Ugh. Duh, duh, duh. Alrighty, we're good to start. Now I just need to move this all around. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to NXT. I'm your host, as always, Scott Silver, and today we are closing in on NXT New Year's Evil, and we're opening tonight's show with a triple threat match between three of the biggest NXT stars, full stop, opening with former NXT champion, Mr. AJ Styles.
Making his way to the ring, representing the OC from Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the
AJ, we haven't seen almost any of him since his loss to Cody Rhodes for the NXT title. He definitely needs to try to pull something together to try to get back onto the top of that mountain. We're going to have to wait and see how he's going to plan to do that, or else his plan could possibly just end before it even begins. And here's another man that ever since losing his championship has been on a little bit of a trajectory, but he's here now.
From Hagerstown, Maryland, weighing in at 230 pounds,
LA Knight, one of the strongest title runs of this whole company, with his amazing showing with the North American Championship, and now he looks to solidify himself as a main event talent by taking on AJ Styles. He seems very determined. The only question now is, can he survive? The man. We know that when the blue shows up,
from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing in at 218 pounds,
Kenny Omega, the man who's been in a little bit of a feuding war with members of the Judgment Day, taking a break from that to be a part of this legendary opening contest. Triple threat, Styles, Omega, Knight. What a way to open up the go-home show to NXT. Kenny looks ready. He's been a little bit of a hot streak as of late. Here we go to start off our show. AJ Styles, LA Knight, Kenny Omega, and Roth. Styles trying to waste no time going for a Knight. Immediately gets tripped up by Kenny. That knee straight to the skull of Knight, and AJ sending Kenny down. 2/3 of this match are former Bullet Club members. So Styles and Omega definitely have history. LA Knight seems to be the odd man out. Will that lead to his advantage, or will that lead to his downfall in this matchup? We shall see soon enough as Styles was able to reverse some chops from LA Knight, hoisting him up and then slamming him back down onto the canvas with that burning hammer. Styles now looking for a weapon underneath it, gets the kendo stick, but then gets stopped by Omega! LA Knight with the neck breaker on the outside. Now it seems both Bullet Club members working together, but then immediately reversing the spear attempt by Styles. And the snake eyes off the apron. Now LA Knight, neck breaker again. Kenny throwing LA up the ramp. Kenny getting thrown back into the ring as LA Knight doing some damage. A suicide dive by Kenny sends LA Knight down. What? Out of absolutely nowhere. Now another neck breaker by Knight. Now, I'm trying to get all men back in the ring. Now, Knight trying to get some momentum back. Immediately chucking over Styles, then focusing with a strikes to Kenny that sends him down as well. Kenny with a kick up there, trying to go for a clothesline, comes unsuccessful, able to reverse. And again, the two Bullet Club former leaders working hard. Styles now out, getting back in the ring. Trying to go for a cover early on, but now Styles and Knight. Knight with the strikes. Goes for a cover from Styles. A kick out at 1. Now Knight. Steel chair in hand. And straight to the skull of AJ Styles. Gets stopped up by Kenny, but then gets struck by Styles before he can do anything with it. And now look at Kenny. Sleeper hold, trying to end Styles quick to try to make him fade, but immediately stunner. Big boot by Knight. An arm drag from Styles. Hoisting him up. The burning hammer. And another sleeper hold from Kenny Omega. Trying to preserve his energy for his match at New Year's Eve against Dominic Mysterio to get his win back. That neck breaker slam. Now Knight. But a kick out at 2. Now, drop kick from Styles. Kenny trying to get involved. Comes up a little bit short with the neck breaker. Styles. LA Knight immediately get out of it, but then gets run over by Kenny. But DDT from a springboard. Now, cross face on Kenny, center of the ring. LA Knight breaking up the submission. Steel chair. Again a Kenny. Tries to go again, but the big boot sends him down center of the ring. And now, opportune time. Styles clash. Styles clash tonight. Kenny's out of nowhere. But a kick at it too. That was the perfect opportunity for AJ Styles to come away with a victory. Kenny rolled out of the ring and hitting LA Knight with that Styles clash, but comes up short. Kenny now, kendo stick in hand. Now Knight showing some strength. Kenny tried to go for that kendo stick shot, but comes out unsuccessful. Arm drag by Styles. And now look at Kenny. Try to go for one-winged angel, but Styles able to reverse. Again, Kenny rolls out of the ring to save, get his energy back. Now all men back on the outside. Now Kenny, snake eyes off the barricade. Styles, the single man in the ring alone as he grabs the steel chair and heads back out to try to do some more damage. Tries to go for that shot but gets stopped by Omega, gets thrown into the barricade by Kenny and gets tripped up by LA Knight. Russian leg sweep from Knight. Again throwing Styles into the barricade. Metal baseball bat. Straight there to the skull of AJ Styles. Throwing both men into the barricade as he's getting fired up here. Russian leg sweep into the barricade. All men just absolutely going at it on the outside area. Kenny being thrown back in by LA Knight. Styles jumps in as well. And look at Kenny. One-winged angel. One-winged angel from Kenny, but LA Knight there to break up the pin, so he's unable to capitalize. LA Knight throws him in the ropes and slams him down. Now on the pavement. Kenny trying to get behind the universe. Styles throws him back into the ring and quickly follows suit. LA Knight, sledgehammer in hand. Styles with those strikes that sends Kenny down. And accidentally, LA Knight trying to attack AJ Styles with that sledgehammer, but accidentally hits the referee. Thankfully, referee official able to get back to her feet. Kenny now outside the ring. LA Knight able to reverse. Sends Styles down and maybe looking. Maybe trying to look for blunt force trauma. It gets reversed on by Styles, but Styles getting reversed on. High knee by Kenny. Springboard extract by the leg of Styles. Now LA Knight, blood being spilled. And look at this, center of the ring, calf crusher by Styles, calf crusher, locked in on Kenny Omega. But Kenny able to get out of harm's way. And now, getting it up once again. One winged angel, but he knows LA Knight's right there. V-trigger. Goes for a cover from Knight. And walks out victorious. Taking on and defeating two former NXT champions. What a victory to walk into New Year's Evil with. There it was right there, LA Knight outside the ring. So Kenny found the perfect opportunity to hit the one-winged angel. And then the V-trigger to send everything crashing down for LA Knight and Styles. Congratulations, Kenny Omega, as we move on to our next matchup. Now we move on to women's competition. And this match is a byproduct of what happened here last week. Jessica Akane being accompanied by Raw superstar Leia. Akane wanted backup tonight. Have someone in her corner. And now she has it, taking on last week's tag team partner, Shayna Baszler, in a singles competition after losing via countout. Akane said she refuses to lose unless it's her own doing. She asked for a singles match against Shayna, and she's gotten it here tonight. But what is she gonna do with it? The cage fighter, the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler.
The Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler.
Shayna absolutely ruthless when it comes to brutality. But will that play a factor in this match, where Akane is planning to do the exact same thing? And hold on just a second. I just received word from my headset from NXT General Manager Liam Rogers, and he has stated that if Jessica Akane walks out of this match the victor, she will be added to the NXT Women's Championship match at New Year's Evil, taking on Shayna Baszler and Hayley Hunter. So now there's a lot weighing on Jessica Akane's match here tonight, as both women now geared up and going. Shayna Baszler immediately trying to run in and get some offense, but Akane stops that momentum with a DDT. Akane wasting no time getting that offense in to show Shayna who's boss. And immediately Baszler trying to get that offense back as they both head to the outside. At the count of 2 now. Shayna can't interfere. Throwing Jessica back in the ring. Now, Baszler working the arm. Jesus Christ. Shayna going for the cover, but a kick out at 1. Now immediately, neck breaker from Akane. But it seems to be immediately get back up using the kicks and strikes. Goes into the ropes now. Kinda doesn't seem phased, in a big boot to the side of the skull of Shayna Baszler. That kick right to the midsection. Roll around. Hits off the ropes, and that knee on the button of Baszler. Now working the leg. Hoists her up and slams her back down to the canvas. Goes for the cover. Sends her into the ropes. Drop down. Leapfrog. And a spine buster from Jessica. And as you can see, Leia on the outside immediately supporting a good friend, as now Jessica trying to get that submission in, locked in outside of the area of the ropes. Could this be a quick victory? But no, Shayna rolling through and able to get her arms away. And a spear to follow it up. Goes for a cover off the spear, but a kick out at 1 again. Clothesline sending them down. Both women non-stop reversing each other. Now Shayna hoisting Jessica up to slam her back down the canvas. Goes for a cover. Our first 2 count, a kick out nonetheless. As Shayna heading to the top rope, something we don't see her do very often. Try to go for an elbow drop and comes up short. It's thrown into the ropes once more, drop down, leapfrog. And another spine buster. Goes for a cover of a spine buster, elevated. But a kick out at 2. Jessica now Going off the ropes, getting that knee strike in. Bring her up once more. Super kick sends Shayna down. Wait, what is Jessica thinking? Jessica! Suicide dive! As the crowd in attendance goes crazy. Shayna with the reversal now, though. And the crowd in attendance makes their presence known. Count of 7, but Shayna manages to get Jessica back in the ring. But Jessica able to get out of harm's way. Stiff right sends Baszler down. Immediately locking in that submission, locking the submission far away enough from the ropes. Submission locked in, and Shayna tapped, and just like that, Jessica Akane adds herself to the NXT Women's Championship match at New Year's Evil, facing champion Hayley Hunter and the right now currently defeated Shayna Baszler. What a moment that should be for Jessica Akane coming out of the match and now having a chance to get some gold. Congratulations, Jessica, as we move on to our next match. Oh, this couldn't have worked out any better. And now lights have gone out. Pyro has come off. That can only mean one thing. How about that?
One fall, making his way to the ring from Long Island, New York, weighing in at 240 pounds,
MJF, Maxwell Jacob Freeman. We saw his debut last week, attacking Mr. Chris Adams to make his presence known. One of the biggest signings in NXT history, signing the AEW champion with the title itself. And as we saw a number of days ago on the very copious amounts of news outlets, MJF utilizing his creative control here in NXT to add himself to the NXT Championship match at New Year's Evil, taking on Karrion Kross and Cody Rhodes. That has upset a number of people.
And his opponent from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk.
And it seems a flash from the past is welcome to greet him here. CM Punk, Mr. Phil Brooks. One of his last feuds in AEW, facing this man. And now that's revitalized here in NXT. What a way to welcome MJF into NXT, making him face one of the hardest opponents he's ever had to face. Something that pulled on his emotional strings. Someone to take him all the way. The last time they had a match was a brutal and hardcore dog collar match, where that man right there, CM Punk, entered the match victorious, but all completely covered in blood. Will this be a similar outcome? We're about to find out right now. Match now underway. Now Punk immediately with those strikes and sitting pile driver. Shoulder barge sends Max down. The chops as Punk sends him into the ropes. And a neck breaker. Now MJF waiting for Punk to make the next move. I don't think you would have liked that, because now there we go, sharpshooter, paying that homage to Bret Hart. Comes up a little bit short. Max now back to his feet. Working the arm of Punk. Max now tripping him up and now putting that leg into submission lock. Again, Punk getting out of harm's way. Hurricane Runner from Punk. A roll-up pin from Max. Roll-up pin from Friedman. Kick out. Punk was trying to get that high knee. Blocked by Freeman. Trips him up. Hit to the midsection, trying to go for a kick, but then stopped by Max. Underhook right across the knee of CM Punk. Still unclear to say who's had the majority of this matchup. Both have been very even when it comes to defense and attacking power. Drop kick from Friedman. Kick out at 2. Max now, top rope. Try to go for that elbow dropper, comes up short. Punk getting away from Max. And hoists him up. Another Hurricane Runner from Punk. Goes off the springboard clothesline. Now you see Max working the arm of Punk. Both men now on the outside, as now the count will soon start. Gets thrown across the outside area. Now Punk, absolutely no remorse. And the strike straight to the midsection as well. Works the leg, slams it straight into the pavement. Tries to go for a strike, but Max counters. Try to go for a suplex, but then drop kick is what meets him and sends him down. Counter 7. Picks him up, throws him down onto the canvas. Not canvas, the outside area, sorry. Count of 8 as Max gets back in the ring and follows shortly after with CM Punk. Gets thrown into the ropes, ducks under it, doesn't go anywhere else with it, and the high knee sends MJF down, goes for the cover off the knee, but a kick out at 2. Neck breaker by Punk. Now what is Punk looking for? Try to go for the go to sleep, but Max able to get out of the way. And there's the German suplex. Snap suplex right on the neck of CM Punk. Hoists him up. Snake eyes off the apron. MJF wasting no time whatsoever to try to put as much pain on Punk as possible. Thrown back into the ring by Punk. Try to go for that suplex again, but CM Punk was able to get back to his feet, but then again countered by Punk. Punk able to get out of it again. And the high knee again sends him down. Could this be it? CM Punk walking away with the victory, but again a kick out at 2. And now, wait a second, go to sleep, center of the ring, could this be it? But a kick out at 2, MJF still in this match. Now, Max trying to do anything he can to try to stay on top of this. Gets thrown into the ropes though. Doesn't come anything of it. But what is Max thinking? Max, center of the ring submission. Armbar on Punk. And Punk taps. Via armbar. Congratulations, MJF, in-ring win. And wait a second! Chris Adams attacking both men, infurious about the opportunity that MJF got for the main event title. And just as quickly as he got into the ring to deliver pain, he exits just as quickly, sending the whole thing in disarray. And now we move on to our semi-main event, where this match is actually kind of interesting. Where, as you see, Dolph Ziggler joined to the ring by Mr. North American Champion Justice Pain.
Accompanied by Justice. at 218 pounds, Dolph Ziggler.
So the rules that are dictated for Mr. Justice Pain and his current rival AJ Owens is that they're not allowed to touch each other until the events of New Year's Evil, or else both of them will be suspended indefinitely. But it doesn't mean that two people can't fight on behalf of them, and that's what we're seeing here in the semi-main event. Dolph Ziggler representing Justice Pain, and the Drip God has returned to NXT. Former NXT champion Seth frickin' Rollins is back.
And his opponent, accompanied by AJ Owens from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins.
Seth frickin' Rollins making his NXT return, representing Mr. AJ Owens in this matchup. And as we know, Seth Rollins, Dolph Ziggler, they are no stranger to each other, feuding profusely over the Intercontinental Championship back in WWE. So this is going to be a very interesting match. A handful of years later, do they still have that grudge for one another, or is this purely about Pain and Owens? Dolph Ziggler, Seth Rollins. Here we go. Dolph immediately sending Seth down, trying to do a welcoming party to the new champ. But immediately kick out at one. Sending immediately the forearm in the corner. Seth doesn't seem to have lost a beat, but we shall soon see as Dolph getting control. But Seth able to reverse it back into his favor. Try to go for the underhook, but then again reversed by Ziggler. And again reversed by Seth. Gets thrown into the corner again and try to go for that forearm, but comes up a little bit short. And now forearm from Ziggler sends Seth down. Now both men back on the outside to do some damage. Seth doesn't seem to be giving up with the DDT. And just like that, it seems that both men hate each other that much. And now, our main event, Kieran Cross taking on Angelo Dawkins. And, hold on a second, Cody Rhodes. Trying to look like he's scoping out the competition. Looks like he's going to take a seat here at ringside. Here we go, Kieran Cross taking on Angelo Dawkins. Immediately that high knee. We've seen a new side of Kieran Cross ever since his loss last week. He's been angrier. He's been more determined to inflict pain. And now we're seeing that on full display, taking on Angelo Dawkins. No, last match being forced to stop via draw count out. That just shows how deeply anyone associated with Justice Payne and AJ Adams gets. And that's all going to go down at New Year's Evil, as both of those men will be ducking it out. And now the backs and forths between both men, Angelo Dawkins, Kieran Cross, and Kieran Cross. Clothesline sends Dawkins to the outside. Quickly following suit, and now Cross, I think, may have just provoked our NXT champion, and now is just wailing on Dawkins. Here we go, both men standing off. And now Angelo trying to capitalize on it, but then running into Cody instead. And I think Kieran Cross could possibly capitalize from this. Cody now back to his feet. Slammed down by Cross. But a kick out at 2. Now, wait a second. Cody just entered the ring. Just watching. Making sure that Dawkins is going just fine. Snake eyes on Cross. And now suicide dive trying to hit Kieran Cross, but ends up hitting his partner instead. What the hell is happening right now? Oh no. No, I realize what we're seeing now. Cody Rhodes, annoyed at the fact that Dawkins attacked him. He believed it was on purpose. We're seeing Cody Rhodes from the Bullet Club, one that will do absolutely anything to anyone, as he stares down Dawkins and continues to attack him. What is happening with our NXT champion right now? Cross will pick up the victory. What does this mean for New Year's Evil's main event? What Cody are we gonna get? Are we gonna get the American Nightmare? Are we gonna get the one that we saw in the Ring of Honor and New Japan days? One that will do everything to absolutely obliterate an opponent. And I've just seen some breaking news. Due to the attack on NJF via Chris Adams is now officially being added into the main event for New Year's Evil. It will be Kieran Cross, Cody Rhodes, MJF, and Chris Adams fighting for the NXT Championship in a Hell in a Cell match. What a way to end off NXT's programming. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have been Scott Silver, and